In today's episode of Showdown by the Cutting Edge School, we will go through 3 crazy looking design portfolios and figure out how exactly did they design them, what are the storytelling techniques they've used to promote themselves, and out of all the 3, which one was the most impressive. Make sure you click on the subscribe button right now because you're about to learn a lot about portfolio building and pitching yourself online. So without further ado, let's get started. This video has been sponsored by Brilliant, an online platform to learn about topics like AI, programming, and computer science, but more on that later. Our first portfolio is by Samuel Day, who has over 10 years of experience working in branding, illustration, animation, and digital design based in Berlin. Alright, so this has a very cool, fancy looking welcome screen, and the cursor prompts me to scroll. And as I am scrolling, I'm able to trigger the entire animation. Check this out. Hi, I am Sam. Okay, I'm an award-winning designer. I can see that based in Berlin. Okay, let me also minimize my face. Oh, we have the axis of the transition changing now. We're on the x-axis. Oh, you have these cute people. And oh, okay, so the cursor sort of changes into the project. Each of these people are now showcasing a specific project. And then you have the eyes and then, oh, okay, so it's like a complete loop. Like you open with the brain, you go inside the brain and then you go through that train of thought. It's a train of thought and then every window is showcasing a specific project. What's this thing right here? Okay, I have to pull it down. Okay, thanks for scrolling. Okay, okay, so you have to click, you don't have to actually pull it down. Thanks for scrolling. Oh, and can you see how all of these people are following my cursor? This is so cool. It is so fluid. All right, how do I get it back? Okay, so now the curtains are again. All right, a bunch of things that I really like, but my question is, how do I come back? Oh, so I have to scroll in the opposite direction to sort of reverse the entire experience. And if I click on any of these things, what will happen? Would it? Oh, it's this one is coming soon. Let's see this one. Okay, so it opens up a new tab altogether. Oh, this is the live website. Perfect. It's great to show the final website. Now, before we go ahead, if you're planning to broaden your skill sets and combine the field of design with technology, then Brilliant can help you get started. You can learn AI, math, data science, computer science, and programming through extremely interactive questions taught using practical exercises and demonstrations. You can use these fundamentals to improve both your cognition and awareness about how these subjects come together in the real world. These first principles will help you come up with better ideas and solutions. And if you're planning to build your own tech products, then these fundamentals will be really handy. Alright, so this is how Brilliant looks like. I am in their portal. I've already created an account and I'm on their premium account. So as you can see, I am on the home page and I have a bunch of courses that I've already enrolled in. And then if I click on the courses tab, you'll see that there are multiple learning paths that they've created for a bunch of important subjects. So they have foundational math, programming in CS, data analysis, science, logical reasoning, technology. Basically, every single important subject that you would ever think of, they have explained it in a very cool way. Now, in the realm of AI, you have LLMs, which is like a very foundational topic. If I were to select how LLMs work, you would see that it has 14 lessons and they have gamified the entire process where you go from one stage to another. And then the way their entire experience works is so easy to understand that they have created these mini modules and mini exercises. So it says, start by typing a word in the prompt and hitting submit. You can try new prompts and regenerate responses as many times as you want. So let me say, and if I type user, interface audio playlist of the right without warranties of users in any direct or indirect, like it has created something, right? So if I click on continue, this says this language model that we're calling as TNC was trained on a collection of text known as corpus. Can you tell what the corpus TNC was? So I think it's basically about audio playlist of right without warranties of users. So I think it should probably be about terms and conditions agreements, and it's correct because it can't be about culture, it can't be about magazines. And then if I click on why, it would actually end up giving me a proper description of why this is the right answer. So as you can see, it takes you through from a very fundamental level, from a very basic level, up to something which is very, very advanced, and you can use this to strengthen your fundamentals in all of these important topics. So if you have any person in your home who's into science or technology, whether she's in school or in college, or whether you want to understand these fundamentals, Brilliant is a great platform, because I am very proud recommending this platform, because I know how helpful something like this would have been for me when I was growing up. You can try Brilliant for free by visiting brilliant.org/Anshmehra or by scanning this QR code. You can also get a 20% discount on their annual premium subscription. And let's close this. I really love the illustrations. I absolutely love the noise texture that's been happening. By the way, all of these trigger animations can be created using Webflow. These can be created using Lottie as well. These are vector animations. So if you want to learn Lottie, I'll put the free course of ours in the description. If you want to learn Webflow, I'll put the free courses in the description. But overall, can you see how they have created this responsive layout? So even if I stretch it, you can see that the full body is available. So even if you open this on the iPad, this thing would work very, very well. And I absolutely love how the entire progressive disclosure is happening with my cursor. So I decide the rate at which I will consume this content. And look at the copy, right? Like, it's such minimal copy. Inside the mind of Samuel Day, you go in and, hi, I'm Sam. So it's sort of introducing a character. I'm an award-winning designer. You instantly establish credibility. Based in Berlin, so you're specifying your location, and then you have your proof of work. And then once you're done, you have a call to action to get in touch via email, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Now, we went through this person's LinkedIn and realized that it took him almost a year to make this portfolio. I personally love the color scheme. I love the fact how it changes its color, how it's triggered with the vertical animation. I personally love this a lot. Our next portfolio is by Martin Ollivere, who has over 20 years of experience in user experience, creative direction, and brand design based in London. Alright, so this is again made on Webflow, ollivere.webflow.io. Great design, no nonsense, and wow. By the way, I'm triggering this with my cursor. So the dinosaur actually grabbed it by the teeth, and then it sort of flickers. Like, can you see how it's like trying to escape, and there's like a blood splatter, and then it just dies. Can you see this animation? It just dies, and then you have the dinosaur going in. We have a color change. Hello, my name's Martin. I've been creating digital products, user experiences, and branding for over 20 years. I like things that are simple, creative, and nonsense-free. Beautiful. This part was sort of confusing because, okay, from bases in London and Melbourne, I work remotely with startups and famous names from all around the world. I think this part could have been way more simpler. Me seeing the logos beforehand just kind of confused me, and it's so difficult to see all the big brands. For example, Casio is a great brand, but in most cases I would have just lost it. It would have been better if this was like a clean row, but completely depends on the designer's creativity. It's your own portfolio. I've gained an unusually versatile skill set from a love of side projects, varied client work, and 6 years with a SaaS startup that was acquired in 2020. Oh, we have a train. These trains are like a pretty common thing. Okay, and for every department of expertise, we have a different, I don't know what this thing is called. It's like a compartment, and then you have a different typeface also. Webflow, website, sketching, copywriting. Oh, so the sketching and copywriting thing has been repeated that I can see. And then you have the dinosaur with his tongue out. I love how the main character is the dinosaur. Things I do. Okay, so as I am scrolling, the muscles are flexing. This is so cool. But I wish this text was maybe like left aligned. I just feel like when you have so much of centrally aligned text, it becomes difficult to read. But really, really love the concept. Whatever I'm working on, I always follow the same simple approach. Oh, so now the layout has been completely changed. So now you have a bar, like a progressive bar, and everything is happening in parallax. I don't know if you can notice it. It's all happening in parallax. You have the sketches, and there's captioning happening on the top. So as you are going through the narrative, brilliant use of progressive disclosure, brilliant use of the fact that it's more visual based and the text is low, so you can see proof of work. And for every div, you can also see when this will end. So you have a clear expectation of when the theory part will end. And then you have good testimonials from founders and co-founders. You have a bunch of big brands talking about the portfolio, which is insane. And then you have the color change again. Here are a few things I've done recently. Oh, then you have detailed case studies. All right. And these also look so good. Each of these project files, let's check out this one. Oh, the Learn More also has like a cute animation. All of these are done using Lottie files, by the way, which we have already taught for free. It's on our YouTube channel. Okay, so we have a Behance that has a lot of GIFs, a lot of cool gradients in different themes. Pretty good work in general. This is the best strategy. Like, make a landing page, link all of your divs to a Behance where you have more detailed stuff, because you have more freedom on Behance, because you can upload GIFs very easily. Let's work together. You have a simple CTA, and we have the dinosaur to close the thing as well. So we have this site, you have a quick button to reach to the top, and you have some side projects as well. Okay, our own thing. Oh, so this was amazing, by the way. I was checking this out before we shot this video. We have this cute guy who's just coming with a ladder, and you have all of these cool projects. By the way, I saw this one right here, which was about who hogs the world's wealth. And when you actually play this, you would have this extremely accurate sound of the coin, and the point at which the coin falls and the sound, it's just brilliant. So yeah, a pretty good visual website. I think this designer has put in a lot of thought in terms of execution. This is not very complicated to execute, but I think in terms of the thought that he has put into it, even the number of artworks, the quality of the work, it's just too good. And it shows, right? Like, this person has so much of experience, like 20 years plus experience, and it completely shows. Our last portfolio is by Jaesche. I apologize if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but he has over 7 years of experience in motion design and animation. Alright, so the third portfolio is actually very interesting, because Jack right here is repositioning himself as not just an animator, but with new terms like a content crusher, a meme maker, a pixel pusher, Sims sculptor with like a really cool automatic text changing thing. You have some animations that give you the bookings available now thing. You have all the social media profiles. You have a show reel which has a very fancy thumbnail. If I click on it, then the in view media player opens up. The video is hosted on Vimeo, which is a good decision, so other people can also discover you who have not come across your website as well. Let's check this out. Let's watch the video as well.
SOS, please help.
The sound is
Fund
like
5.
insane.
Taken video by 5 minutes ago. Urgent. Feel free to use our attached corporate page link. Wacky inflatable tube guy from 2008. Error.
This is too good, man. This is too good. I love it. Look at the range of the work. Look at the quality of the work. It's so dynamic. It has so much of power. Okay, there. I just heard a music glitch at that point itself. Give it a watch.
Slowing things down.
Wow, our supply error never looked so good.
Amazing. I feel like at some places, I think the showreel could have been like stopped at the 60-second mark, because I felt like things were like really pumped up at the beginning, but it sort of started showing a lot, which might sort of ruin the entire point of the website. I think a good teaser on the website should be a good opening segment, but what I'm assuming right now is that this showreel was sort of an independent asset, so that if people don't even come across the website, they can still see the entire work. But the entire vibe of the website is too good. And if I were to click on any of these case studies, all right, so you have like a custom page, you have a bunch of videos, even the playhead is sort of moving. Brilliant work, man, like brilliant work. Like, I think this vibe has been really insane. I feel like all three portfolios in general had their own strengths. I personally love the impact that Jack has had. I feel like Jack, even though he has like the least numbers of years of experience, he just has 7 years of experience. The showreel impact, putting at the beginning, it plays such a big role. Like, all of my senses were like triggered, and I think I will remember this video more than anything else. In the second portfolio, the dinosaur thing, I absolutely loved it. I feel like that one uniform character that runs parallel to the storytelling, I think it's a huge anchor. Like, you always remember it. We tried doing something similar on our playbook channel with the book and the coin and everything. I think so having that hero character plays a big role. In our first portfolio, the only thing that I really liked was the fact that it was very clean. It was very new. It was not following a template. But if I had to hire someone, I would rather, as a content creator, if I wanted to like work with somebody for our content, I would probably go with Jack, even though he has like least years of experience. And not probably because I don't want the first two designers. The first two designers were like so good. And I personally feel that nobody can sort of judge somebody's work so quickly. So even though I am reviewing, not even reviewing, just experiencing these portfolios, every niche has its own demand. Every category of design has its own respect, its own identity, its own vibe to it. And if you were to see my portfolio, it has major mistakes. So the point I'm trying to make here is that these portfolios are usually made by designers who are already very busy in their own work, right? Like the first two designers, they had 10 and 20 years of experience. So what you see on their portfolio is stuff which is not under the NDA, stuff that was easy to document, all of those things, right? But in real life, these guys would be extreme legends. So what I would recommend you is to make sure that you go to their profiles and understand their work, and let me know in the comment section which one did you like the most and what were some important elements that you felt stood out extremely well. Like, I would love to hear your thoughts. If you like this video and want more episodes from Showdown, then subscribe to our channel right now and make sure you write your detailed feedback in the comment section. Our last episode at Showdown was on how we paid more than 60,000 rupees to 3 video editors for the same video. You'll find the link in description. I hope that you're taking care of your mind and body. This is your dost Ansh Mehra signing out. If you want to learn industry level UX design or Figma, then these two YouTube playlists of ours will help you get started.